The best way I've found to clean your arse is to stand on your hands in the shower. Welcome back to Street Switch Photography. We're back here for another one this afternoon. If you can see the actual title, quickly take a read of that. I can actually see the chat if anybody wants to chime in and give me a hello or ask any questions. I'm just going to select the stream now. I'm going to refresh the list and I should be live. There we go. So now I can see if anybody wants to chime in with a comment, you're quite welcome to. As long as we keep it clean and everything else, that will be fine. Anyway, today is about how to make a witch hunt look like it isn't bullying. Now, just recently, Rupert Matthews moved from Conservative over to Reform. Now, whilst I have my worries about that, it's sort of, if that's what he wants to do, he's free to do that. He'll have his beliefs the same as anybody else will. And I asked the question, would Charlotte Tarico be moving over to Reform as well? And she's basically put a statement out saying no, she's going to stay Conservative for now, which is absolutely fine. No problem. That was my question answered. I can't really say any more about it. This was on the Melton Times on Facebook. Now, just recently, if you can see from here, Conservative have called for an election. Conservative have called for an election after Leicestershire and Rutland Police Crime Commissioner defected to Reform. Now, I think there should be an election. I think that's an absolutely fair thing to say. Whether they will do it or not is, remains to be seen, doesn't it? Maybe we should have. Could we do a vote on whether we have an election or not? Could we do a vote of a vote whether we have an election? I don't know. But with this came a lot of other questions. And this was what I found online. This is a gentleman called Ian. Now, this man, I would say, with all due respect, has an axe to grind with Leicestershire Police. And I've read through the whole statement. What's true and what isn't true, I have not got a clue. I haven't looked into it. But there's a lot of people out there that are not too happy with Rupert Matthews. I'll put it that way. So, this is one of those things, isn't it? It's you can find things like this online and you don't know. This is what I mean. It could be anything. I don't know nothing about it. So on that, I'm not going to comment. But as we turn to the third one, we've got Charlotte Tarico, the Duty Police Crime Commissioner of Leicestershire and Rutland, has gave her first response to this week's surprise news that the Conservative colleague Rupert Matthews has gone across to Reform, the Reform Party UK. Charlotte, known as Charlotte, anyway, told the Melton Times, all I can say is for now, that I'm not joining Reform. I'm Conservative and I'm carrying on with my job. Now, that's basically not telling people a lot, which is fair enough. I mean, she's quite welcome to make any statements or anything she wants. Now, I've met Charlotte. She's a nice lady. Whatever she decides to do, she decides to do. But the reason I've put this part back into the second part of this, the title of this actual live stream is witch hunts. Now, we all know what happened during the local elections, and there was a said page online, which I'm not going to repeat the name of, but I think everybody that watches my channel sort of regularly will know what page I'm talking about. I was accused of being a member of this page. I was for 2 weeks, and then I left because I didn't see fit to be joining a page like that. Now, there's other members that have joined that were automatically joined on that page. And people keep saying that these people, like Charlotte and people like that, were members of this page, like they went looking for this page and went out to sort of do these posts and things like that. It's fucking lies. Now, this is how a witch hunt starts on certain individuals. Now, it happened to me twice during the elections. It happened to other individuals during the elections that weren't even involved with the elections. They had nothing to do with them. One of these people actually just does events around town, and somehow they were still dragged in to this witch hunt and this bullshittery of an absolute mess that we call Melton Mowbray, because we've got people in Melton Mowbray that like to sit there and be little keyboard warriors and won't come on camera and actually speak for themselves. They won't come in front of my camera and answer any questions because they haven't got the minerals to do it. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Let me just move this out of the way. There we go. So here, if you can see on the screen, That's the Melton Times, the Rupert Matthews story. We had Ruth Davis, lovely lady, vote independent. And you still get the Tories at Melton Borough Council. They're all the same. Now, that's a fair comment. She's entitled to her comment. Now, I put this comment below here because I seen what exactly was going on. So we've got this up here, and this is where the witch hunt starts. I'll let you read it as I continue waffling on. Now, a couple of these people on here, one of them thought it funny to call me a dickhead and actually laugh about it. That would be the Samantha Seawood. She's not a very nice character. She was actually standing for election. She's failed twice, thank fucking God, because she is not a nice person. She will act all nicey-nicey to your face, and then as soon as you turn your back, she's got a knife in it. And that's the truth. And people won't like me saying that, but that is the goddamn truth. I am quite entitled to stick up for anybody and myself against people that think it's funny that I got called a dickhead. Now, the other person basically trying to cause the witch hunt is this Michelle Jackson. She said, did she appear on a YouTube video with Matthew Bland? Now, yes, she did. And that was an audit around Fairmead, what is commonly known as Colditz in Melton Mowbray. She didn't say anything wrong. Neither did he. Now, I don't associate with Mr. Bland anymore because I've took a different route with my channel and we have differences in opinions when it comes to politics. I don't agree with some of the stuff that he did online, and he doesn't agree with some of the stuff I do online. But that doesn't mean to say that, you know, I think that she should be spreading this type of malicious gossip around about him, because she could be, sort of hampering any sort of case coming forward that could be to do with anybody else involved. She needs to learn to keep that massive mouth of hers shut, and she will not come on camera either. And I'm a little bit annoyed at it because these are the same people that did the witch hunts during the election. The very same people. Now, there is one other one that hasn't piped up on this feed yet. Hasn't said anything. Because I think he knows that it will backfire spectacularly. Now, I've got... It must be... I'm going to have to count them. 1 second. I'll have to count them, literally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 7 memory cards full of screenshots of past conversations online, including the ones that people were calling me names, accusing me of taking pictures of children in public, which was completely and utterly disproven. And I've got a little bit of a video later. A woman stops me in town and basically said, do they know you're doing that? I said, does who know I'm doing what? I'm taking pictures of the plant pots in town. Why would I need to ask an inanimate object whether I need to take a picture of it or not? And then I asked her what she was implying. Now, this word is being thrown around left, right and centre, and it's overused. It's as simple as that. But this, when it comes back to this sort of thing, you know, I haven't clicked on the view the other 3 posts because I don't want to cause any, let's just say, I don't know, any problems for anybody that's involved within this feed or making the comments and basically being keyboard warriors yet again. But this is exactly how these witch hunts were started last time. Somebody will post something, whether it be the Melton Times or something along those lines. This here, just here, Rupert Matthews, has got absolutely nothing at all to do with what Samantha Seawood and Michelle Jackson are actually talking about. Absolutely nothing whatsoever. Nothing. It doesn't even bear any relevance to the, the given subject. Now, let's go and do what all the others do and throw the word bullying round like a hot potato, shall we? We will stand up against bullying. We don't accept bullying. Oh, no. Ooh. You're bullying. As plain and as simple as that. In your conquest to conquer bullying, debate not hate, you've become exactly the thing that you were claiming to fight against. Exactly that thing. And it's disgusting. It's downright disgusting. And all online for everybody to see. Now, there are new rules online, aren't there? Yes, there are. I've read them several times. And this is under Labour. the new Online Protection Act. Now, some of this could be seen in some ways. I don't know whether any of the people that were mentioned, if you go over to the Melton Times Facebook page, you'll see all these comments and you'll be able to view them for yourselves and make your own decisions on whether you want to take any slanderous action against some of these people. And I'd just like to note, I haven't called anyone a name again. Bloody hell. I'm on fire. I'm actually on fire today, aren't I? And there you go. So yeah, I just thought I'd point this out. So it seems to me like Charlotte Trico isn't jumping ship the same as Rupert Matthews has. Now, Rupert Matthews, make no mistake, in my opinion, and I'd like to make it clear, this is my opinion, okay? And I'm allowed an opinion. Apparently, we still have free speech. I think he is in this just to basically try and stay in his job and follow the money. That's it. That's the only reason. And I think there should be a local election to choose a new one. It's as plain and as simple as that. You know, I mean, if you're going to jump ship in such spectacular fashion, you know, and then say, I mean, on the video that I did the other day, he was saying everything but everybody wanted to hear. Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to stop the boats. I'm going to stop this woke ideology. I'm going to stop all the rest of it. Yet about God knows how many months ago, before he came commissioner and everything else, he was sticking up for people like that. You know, it is a joke. It literally is a joke. But that's a story that's coming out at the moment, and it's to do with politics. There's no need for any of this bullshit here by these people that are commenting on it, saying, you know, oxygen thief and stuff like that. That's not nice. But if that was me that was called an oxygen thief, tell somebody that gives a fuck. You know what I mean? Call me what you want, because if you're going to call me names or anything like that, I will come and ask you questions on camera. And I will have the camera there in front of you for you to answer those questions. The difference is I'm very confident on camera. Let's see how confident you are. Let's see how confident you are when I ask these questions, because I guarantee you won't be as confident as what I am. Anyway, this has been Street Switch Photography. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Go and hit the notification bell. Watch out for tonight's video. I've been out and I've done some street photography. There's a little bit in there where that woman basically turns around and says, have you told them people what you're doing? It wasn't on camera. I didn't catch her on camera saying it, but I did have a go at her. I asked her what she was sodding well implying. But there you go. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your